Hey everybody, it's time to swing with still swinging. And I'm your host, Thomas. And today, family, we got my girl Kendra G up. Look, as always, family, you know I ain't been through much of this. About 20 seconds of it. Seemed like a nice young lady. She on the same planet with us. She looking for love. Let's see if we can make an assessment uh and get her a man.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, your Wi-Fi is not the best. Hopefully it gets better. What's your name, sweetheart?
Marie.
Marie from where?
Where am I? Olivehurst, California.
Say again?
Northern California.
Northern California.
Yes.
Do you have any kids?
I have four.
4 kids. How old are you, Marie? I'm sorry.
43.
43. Oh, you look good.
Oh, thank you.
How old are your kids?
My oldest is 24. I have twins that are 23, and my daughter is 15.
Okay, all by the same man?
The boys are by a different man.
How many men?
Two baby
Two.
dads.
Right? Two. Have you ever been married?
No.
No. What you do for a living, Marie?
I own an online boutique, and I just hustle on the side if I'm not making enough. I'm sorry, I'm kind of nervous.
All right. So Marie, 43, Northern California, 4 kids, mom to four, a 24-year-old, two sets of twins, a set of twins that are 23, a 15-year-old,
Yes.
and she owns an online boutique. What's your zodiac sign?
Libra.
Libra.
Yes.
Let's do it. What kind of man you looking for, mama?
I am looking for someone who's consistent, someone who's caring, generally has a happy vibe, stable, is a provider. That's about it.
Okay. As a provider, okay.
First thoughts, family. Nice looking lady. Real nice looking lady. You know what I'm saying? 43 years old, 4 kids. She had plenty of opportunities. And my guess is, listening to her so far, she looking for more of the provider than any of the rest of that stuff. I think she would have just liked to skip all of that and just got straight to the provider. But let's see. But that's the vibe I'm getting.
What are your deal breakers?
Um, Men who are angry, men who are abusive in any way, Christians, kind of. I think that's it.
Okay. When you mean provider, what you
A 43-year-old woman came on Kendra G Live with that dot rocket get up on. I bet you she get ready to tell us she gonna work. She get ready to work out. Cause you know that's what all of them say. All the old ones say. Cause they need an excuse for looking like that. Because she know we expect more of her.
want to provide for us? Do you want guys paying all the bills? What's
But she can't get around needing to look like a tart.
your idea in that way?
So if we're living together, yes, you'd have to pay all the bills.
If you're living together, did you ever live with your children's dads?
Yes.
Okay, and they paid all the bills. Okay, so would you pay all bills include like mortgage, rent, light, everything?
That's their thing, yeah.
What would do you want to financially contribute or no?
No.
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 What I tell you, family, already knew. I'm sure y'all knew too. She looking for a sponsor. She ain't looking for a relationship. She ain't looking for a man. I'm looking at her. She 43 years old. She got 4 kids, 2 baby daddies. She had plenty of chances. All right, none of them could deal with her. All right, am I supposed to believe I'm the one that's going to be able to make it with her? Do you think I could believe in this? Look at her. Look at what's in front of you. I'm looking at it. I'm listening to it. Do you think a man could believe in this? This is what they think they should be able to bring them in. Nothing. Nothing. They don't think you deserve nothing. This is what they think you deserve.
Would you be buying food or no? Not even that either.
I did that. Definitely, yes.
Okay. You're the provider. If you move in with, if y'all live together, it gets there, you're paying all the bills. Okay. Could he have kids?
Yes, definitely. Older
I'm
kids.
assuming, huh?
Older children, preferably.
Older children. You don't want any more kids, or do you?
I have a
Okay.
grandson. So.
What are your deal breakers besides not being a provider child?
My deal breaker: men who are abusive in any way, including emotionally, mental.
If you didn't hear, fellas, she just said she's somebody grandma. She got a grandchild. She's somebody grandma, and she got on the Kendra G show like this, talking like this.
Men who pretend to be one way and they turn out to be another way later. Um, Men with no ambition. I have a lot of deal breakers, but they're not really hard. I
And the
think
last part, you said what? Men what?
I have a lot of deal breakers, but they're not big ones. They're just basic
Well,
ones.
share them.
It's hard to remember. I'm so nervous right now. But yeah, definitely the thing that's a no. Men who don't like children or animals, things like that. They just have to have a really good vibe.
Got you. Okay. Do you want him to be in Northern California?
My daughter will be graduating soon. She's graduating. So after she graduates high school, no, I don't. He doesn't have to be in Northern California.
Okay. Okay. Does he have to make a certain amount of money?
No.
Ladies, y'all talk this empty nester stuff like that ain't no man problem. Ain't no man gonna care. Ain't no different kind of men about to start talking to you because you're about to be an empty nester. That's not my problem. You think I care that you about to be an empty nester? No man never gonna care. That's not his problem. That's not gonna make men start talking to you. That's not gonna make the kind of men you looking for start talking to you because you about to be alone in their house.
He doesn't have to make a certain amount of money. I've never.
You had plenty of chances to make sure this didn't have to be the case. Now this is the case.
Asked my exes how much they made, so no.
Excuse me 1 second. I'm sorry. I don't want to be rude. I apologize. I'm gonna edit that part out. So, does a man gotta make a certain amount of money?
No, it just has to be something reasonable, something to live off of, something he can pay all the bills with.
Something he could. So enough to pay all the bills. You live in Northern California.
Yes, and it is pretty high, so I can't give you a number, honestly.
Could a man pay all the bills off $100K in Northern California?
Yes.
Okay. Does he have to look at could he do it off of $70K?
I'm not sure.
Look, I'm about to choke for you. Your energy probably made me choke by even asking that.
You laughing and Kendra laughing, but I'm sure Kendra know this content, but a man making 70K can do better than this. He already know he can do better than this. A man making $70,000 a year, life already told him he can do better than this. So you looking for a man who know he can do better than this to come and settle for this. Why? Because you think you still attractive? You are. You are. And you could get all of this done if you could find a way to come back 24 years ago. If you can't find a way to come back 24 years ago, you dreaming. You dreaming. Your time for this kind of dream is over. It been over a long time ago. All right? You ain't get the memo. You ain't listen to nothing your life told you.
Goddamn question. Janet, she's like, bitch, hell no. How the hell you gonna ask me about those 70K, bitch? I'm about to choke to death for even disrespecting you by asking that question. So 70K wouldn't be enough.
70K is not a lot of money, but it will be astronomical to spend it on you. He would have lost his mind. I wouldn't spend mine here.
I don't think so, honestly. Not in this.
Okay. So maybe 100K.
You still don't realize you don't offer a man nothing. He can't get nothing from you. Nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing.
Maybe.
Okay. All right. Does he have to look a certain way?
I don't have a racial preference.
Okay.
For men that are not too skinny, though, he has to be a little on the thicker side, I guess.
Okay. I mean, listen, you always have more options when you're open up to all races.
No, she old enough to know you can't be picky when you looking for the pockets. All right? She know this. She old enough to know that she can't be picky when she looking for the pockets.
It's
Right.
just what it is. You know, you're gonna have more options. Okay, fair enough. Let's do the Kendra Cam.
1 second. I know everyone says this, but I mean, I did expect you to pick me today, but I don't know. I just wasn't ready. I just got home from the gym. Sorry.
What I tell you, fellas, she just got home from the gym. They all say that when they know they look like this. She about to have something riding all up in her crotch. And all listen, she trying to compete with the young girls. She trying to show you she's still like that and she can compete.
Let's see. Let me move
All
this out
right.
of-
You look, you're in great shape. 43. You look amazing.
Thank you.
Okay. Am I saying it right, Marie?
Baby girl, you can't compete with 43-year-old women. You can't compete with 20-something-year-old women. You can't compete with 30-something-year-old women. You competing with 40-something-year-old women. That's who you competing with. Because you ain't no competition to no women in her 20s. I'm telling you. And I don't care what women told you. To a man, no way. No way. That's nice. That's nice as hell for 43, but you competing with women in your age. All right. And I don't know many men competing for women in your age group who's single and looking for what you looking for.
Marie?
Yes.
Marie, 43, Libra. When was your last relationship?
It was about a year ago.
Oh, bring yourself back up. You're so low now. I don't know what happened. You said a year ago. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
I declined that one.
Okay. What are 3 flaws?
Listen, baby girl, you 43 years old. We men, we know the kind of men you get. That's why you on the Kendra G show. We know you begging to get that box away. All right? But you can't give it to none of the kind of men who be talking to you. So we know the minute you meet something, you can sink your teeth in that box, nothing. The problem is, I don't want it. You open your mouth and I don't want it. You dress like that, I don't want it. Yo, you're 43 years old. I'm looking for some sophistication, some lady. Ain't no lady in there.
You have to work on?
So I'm an overthinker.
Okay.
I'm an overworker. When it comes to my boutique, I'm constantly working. I'm working all day. So I do try to balance that out with my daughter. She's my youngest. She's the last one here, and my grandson. But it's hard. It's hard sometimes.
You're a grandmother?
Yeah, I have a 3-year-old grandson.
Okay. Okay. So
Yeah,
you work a lot.
and I have a hard time deciding where I want.
And that's the way she represent. That's the way somebody grandma come on and represent for the sisters. And Kendra egg it on, knowing she ain't getting this. Kendra know. Want me tell you why? Kendra the same age and can't get it. All right, and she be putting on her best. She had her chances too. They always thought they should have been doing better. If you could have been doing better, you would have been doing better.
My body to be when it comes to the gym. So at first I wanted to go for like the bodybuilder physique, but now I'm like, maybe not. It's not for me because I can't eat that much. So I'm always up and down now, just because of that. So just the indecisive part, I guess.
Okay. Indecisive. All right. Is that 3?
Yes.
Okay. Why would it?
Ladies, let me speak to y'all for a second. Shit ain't gonna work. This ain't gonna work. Yo, she 43 years old, nice looking woman. If she got up here and act like she had some sense, she could get herself something. She could get herself something reasonable that she could live with. But that's not where her mind at. She's still 21 here. You see, when men kept growing, they outgrew her. You gotta be one of those ladies that men grow into, not one of those ladies that men grow out of and stuck. Men grew out of her and she stuck. She still stuck with back when she used to be a hot little number. She ain't that hot little number no more. And I don't care what women told her. She look good for her age. She does. And she could get a man, a reasonable man, if she had some reasonable expectations.
Man, be lucky to be with you.
So I have really good energy. I don't cheat. Most of my kids are grown, so I do have a lot of freedom. Yeah, I'm just a really great person.
Okay.
And yeah, a lot of people, they connect with, I'm an introvert, but for some reason people are always comfortable coming up to me and talking.
Okay, fellas, AKA, you ain't getting shit. You ain't gonna get nothing. She don't have nothing to offer you. AKA, you gonna get that smile and that 43-year-old box that bore 4 kids already. The same thing she been giving the rest of them in. She wanna charge you more for it.
So
Okay.
I think
What is the age range you would date?
45 and up.
45 and up. Okay. Yeah. 45 and up. So this is Marie. Does he have to be in Southern California? I can't remember.
Northern California.
You're gonna have 22, 28, and 35-year-old dudes in your inbox with their shirt off. I'm telling you. He ain't listening to none of this. They know how hard you begging to get that box away. Girl, you don't have nobody fooled. Okay, you're gonna give it away as soon as you can.
Yeah, no, he doesn't. My daughter is almost out of school, so I'm open to moving.
That's enough of this.
Okay, you're open to moving. So this is Marie, 43, Libra, Northern California.
Okay, family, y'all right back swinging. We're still swinging. And I'm your host, Thomas. And today, family, we got my girl Kendra G back up. All right, look, she on the same planet with us. Nice looking young lady. She looking for love. Let's see if we can help her out, fellas.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. What's your name, boo?
My name is Lex.
Lex, where you calling me from?
Houston, Texas.
I'm Houston, Texas. How old are you, boo?
I'm 28.
28. Okay. And what you do for a living?
A healthcare recruiter.
Healthcare recruiter. Okay. And what's your name? Lexi?
Lex.
Lex. Houston, Texas, 28, healthcare recruiter, Lex. You have any kids?
Sorry, y'all. I was actually doing my makeup because I was about to go somewhere, so excuse how I look.
Okay. Do you have any kids?
Yes, I actually have 5.
Okay. How old are your 5 kids?
I have a 10, 6, 4, 2, and a 10-month-old.
Girl, this is the lottery ticket right here. Wait a minute. By how many men?
2.
Why you not? Okay. So you had a baby 10 months ago. Why y'all not together?
It's a lot. Definitely tried, but it didn't go anywhere. Like the person is not on. We're not on the same.
First assessment of the fellas. Nice looking woman. Nice looking young lady. 5 kids. No, y'all know that's a no for me. 5 kids is a non-starter for me. Nice looking woman, but let's see what she's talking about.
Same accord. He's more of like in a street life and do it for the clout type of person. And I'm the total opposite. So it just didn't work.
Now, is he also the 2-year-old dad too?
The 2, 4, and 6.
So you got a 6-year-old, a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old, a 10-month-old, and y'all can't work it out?
Trust me, Kendra, I've tried several times. It's just, like people.
Why'd you keep having babies if you couldn't figure you?
Baby girl, we don't want to hear this. You think you can tell us this? You can't tell us this. All right, you got all these kids with a man. You can't decide it ain't working out. You better go find him because women told her she could just take this shit to another man. He don't want this. Trust me. You're going to have a hard time.
Wasn't gonna work it out with him, honey.
Because we did try, and this last go around, a lot of things happened. I'll be honest, a lot of things has happened within the last probably like 10, well, I would say from April until now, to where we've had to say, hey, it just can't go no more.
Were you guys married?
Let me introduce y'all to men. We don't think babies cute. We think they cost. We think they responsibilities. We think we gotta be their commitment. They ain't this shit y'all keep trying to make them up to be. Stop it. See, we men, we gotta be real about it because we really gonna have to pay for it. No, stop bringing us this.
No.
So you have 4 kids. Y'all was never married?
No. We have plans. However, I'm actually glad it didn't get that far.
Have you ever been married?
No.
Okay. So this is Lex, 28, works in healthcare, Houston, Texas, mom of 5 kids, by 2 different men. Now you have 3 kids under 5 out of the 5 kids, a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 10-month-old. What would you say to a man that might be concerned?
I hold my own. So,
baby girl, what are you doing? You just had a baby 10 months ago. You doing your makeup, get ready to go out, jumping on Kendra G, looking for a man. You just had a baby 10 months ago. Come on, girl. You gotta slow down a little, mom. You're moving too fast. Honestly, nice looking woman. All right, but you made a disaster of yourself. You know how hard you made it for a man to choose you?
I'm not looking for anyone to come in and take care of me and my children. I am looking for someone to come in and be open to my.
You know, it's no way in hell. All of y'all come in here and say that. We know it's no way to intertwine our life with yours, and not help take care of them children. That's impossible. Y'all need to stop saying that like we eventually gonna believe that.
My children. So, of course, you being interested in me, eventually, if we're going to lead down a path, I would want you to be open to my children, because if they do have children, I am open to their children. That's not something that.
You're not gonna be open to have to be financially responsible for their children. That's not gonna be an expectation of yours. It's different, baby girl.
I would just block off.
Hold on, I want to say something real quick.
Okay.
This is gonna go. Fox the man said, "Lord, I hate when Kendra does this to baby mamas. Some of us get trapped, Kendra." Mm-hmm. Listen, here's the deal. Unless you're raped, now
ain't nobody trapped you. Ain't nobody trapped you. You was having fun. You was having fun. Now somebody trapped you. Man, you need to find somebody, find some kids and some women to tell that to. Because you ain't gonna never tell that to no man. He ain't gonna argue with you. He just gonna agree with you so he can get in them cheeks. But he ain't never gonna buy that.
that is against your will. Now, if a woman is raped, that is against her will. But 2 people willingly lay down with each other. And I don't know, I think I was in the 6th grade when they taught me how you get pregnant. So no one's getting trapped. And listen, like, this is not really to you, but I don't think people say you got trapped because you proceeded to have 4 children, correct? With the man. So do you think he trapped you?
No, I don't think he trapped me. It was definitely something that I agreed to. So
yeah,
it wasn't.
For the cousin that said that in the comment section, that's bullshit. We all grown and we all, like I said, unless sex is against your will, we are all grown adults who decide to participate in by.
Bro, you know how many women that think they can tell you something like that? They think they could just tell men anything. They think they could tell us this shit. Somebody trapped them 5 times. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you was loving that trap.
At this age, our big age, we know what happens. But let's keep moving. All right.
And I just want to say something to the comments, like, okay, me having 5 kids, if it's not for you, it's not for you. So you don't have to address your opinion on me having 5 kids. You're not the person for me, and that's okay.
Fair enough, and that is okay.
Baby girl, not many persons gonna be the person for you. You made it difficult. You feel me? And it ain't had to be this way. All right, they the decisions that you made, and I'm telling you, you reading them comments, that's how men feel. You did way too much. All right, listen, you can sit up here and talk like 5 kids just for, no. Some man gotta come and pay for them, and we men, we don't like paying for shit we don't want. And don't no man want your 5 kids from some other men.
Okay. So, did you give me your deal breakers yet?
No, I have not.
What's your deal breaker, honey?
A narcissist, anyone who cannot be real with themselves. You don't know who you are. So if you don't know who you are, you can't get to know anyone else because you're still trying to figure out life. So someone who knows who they are, knows where they want to go in life. And if you have problems, I'm just
Family, when do this get better? When y'all gonna send me some good ones? Yo, bro, every time I look at one and think she might be cool, it's something crazy. Yo, Kendra, this gotta get better.
gonna say criminal problems, things. I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to be a part of it.
No man with criminal problems. Okay. Does he have to look a certain way?
I will be honest. In the past, I have done mostly dark-skinned men. I have not dated outside my race. However, I am not opposed to it. I actually would like a Hispanic. However, I am okay with anything.
So let me get this straight. You think now you could just go get a white man or a Hispanic man while you toting 5 black kids with you? You think he cool with coming? What you think what kind of white man you think gonna come and get you and 5 black kids and take y'all out the dinner? What kind of Hispanic man you gonna think wanna come and pick up you and 5 black kids and take y'all out the dinner? Did you even think about what you're saying right now? Maybe you think he wouldn't have no problem with that because you feel like you wouldn't have a problem with it. We know you wouldn't have a problem with it. You ain't tripping off of who gonna take this right now. You know that.
But just as long as I don't do short guys. I don't do short guys. I'm only 5'2", so I would say about like 5'5", 5'7", and up. And I do not wear heels. So.
Okay. Does he have to make a certain amount of money?
I'm not going to say he has to make a certain amount of money. However, be stable for yourself. Because again, when you're coming into this situation, I do have 5 kids. And I'm not looking for you to take care of my kids.
Then why do that matter? Why did you even bring it up? Because you are. You are. You wouldn't have brought it up. If you're not looking for him to take care of your kids, and he need to be but he need to be stable because you do have 5 kids. You sound ridiculous.
However, I do want somebody that has something going on for themselves. I'm not saying, hey, if you make $200 a day, that's more than a person sitting on their butt who didn't make any money. So I'm not opposed to what you can bring to the table as long as you can bring something.
Okay. Could a guy have kids already?
Yes, he can.
Okay. Do you want to get married one day or no?
Look, I would love to get married because I am not a female who wants to be a baby mother for the rest of her life or wants to be a girlfriend. I am wifey material. I cook every night. I'm with my kids. I don't do clubs. I don't do any of that.
She wifey material. She is a wife. She gonna want to get married one day. She don't want to be a baby mama forever. You got 5 kids. You ain't never been married. You marriage material. You got 5 kids and never been married. You marriage material to who? Because none of those guys thought you were marriage material. None of them married you. You gave them 5 kids. And you want to convince me that you marriage material? Why? Because you said that? You need to slow down. Like they really believe they could just tell you anything, even when it don't make no sense at all. They think you should still go for this shit.
So I am wifey material.
Now, just in the case of if you got married, in that case, a man will be taking care of your children, or at least helping, correct?
Yes. If I were to get married, if we are just talking, communicating, and trying to get there, I am not looking for that.
I understand. All right, let's do the Kendra Cam, Lex.
Like I said, I was getting dressed, y'all, so I'm little. Like I'm super little. I'm 120, so I'm.
You're 120. Okay. All right. Okay, so Lex. When was your last relationship?
Little mama, I'm sure men love throwing you around. I'm sure they love throwing you around. And I'm sure you love getting through around. You got 5 kids, 28 years old. You feel me? But I'm telling you, you're not bringing this to no man who about something. The kind of man you gonna get, baby girl, gonna be the kind of man who need to come and live with you. He can't provide his own roof, so he gonna need to be cute enough to be able to live with you and get you to take care of him so he can kick his toes up and don't gotta do much. You feel me? Except throw you around. They the kind of men you gonna get because they the kind of men who accept this. Men who can help you gonna stay away from you. The last thing he want is 5 kids that belong to some other men.
Relationship.
With my baby father, and we haven't been in an actual relationship since about February.
Okay. You don't have to answer, but I'm gonna ask. When's the last time you was intimate with someone?
See, because the kind of man who would take this and try to help, you're not gonna take him. He's not gonna be fine. He ain't gonna be nowhere near fine. He ain't gonna be see, you looking for a man that all the girls want to come and accept this shit. You're looking for a man that all the women want to skip over all of them better options and come and take you for your reasons. Because you think you got what? 5 kids and that shouldn't matter? Yeah, all right. Dreaming. Too old to grow up. 28 years old. She's stuck in this dream. She can't believe nothing else, fellas. She gotta believe this. All right. She made her life impossible for a man to walk in and say, man, she see, because you're a nice looking woman. But let me tell you what we men do. We're gonna take how sexy you are, and then we're gonna wrap them 5 kids around you and see how sexy you still are. Cause we got to. Cause them 5 kids come with you. So we gotta put them 5 kids in that picture with you. You're gonna still look good. You just ain't gonna look as good as you did before.
A couple months ago.
Okay. What are 3 flaws you have to work on?
I would definitely say I have a mouth on me. So if you take it there, I am going to double it. That's something that I'm working on though. So
you got 5 kids, you can't have none of that. You can't have none of that. You don't have nothing that a man would think he would have to go for. Not you. You don't have nothing that a man would think he had to go for. You don't have no situation that a man just can't walk away from. Trust me. You don't have nothing that he just gotta have.
Definitely do have a slick and smart mouth. I won't hold that back. Also, I would say I'm a Taurus.
She think you should just deal with that because this come with her. Yeah, she believed that. Women told her this. You need to accept anything she do. She just shouldn't have to accept nothing you do.
So I go hard for the people that I love. And I got to kind of simmer that down because I don't always receive the same love. So, and then last but not least, just put him.
Yeah, if you really love her and you her person, you would take this garbage. This trash, girl. You don't have nothing a man would want. Nothing. I've been listening to you. You ain't told me nothing. Nothing that I can see me, nothing.
My focus into who I want to be. I feel like I let a lot of people kind of empty out my cup. And so I'm filling my cup up and just figuring out where
I was praying that you would get better.
I truly want to be in life.
Where she wants to be in life. Let's do it. We got Kira,
Jesus.
LA. No, I'm sorry. Lex, 28. Oh, what's the age range you want to date? You're 28.
I would say.
Okay, everybody, you back swinging, we're still swinging. And I'm your host, Thomas. We got my girl Kendra G back up. All right, look, nice young lady. She looking for love. She on the same planet with us, fellas. Let's see if we can help her out.
Hello. Hi, Kendra. She was your beautiful brown skin and the lights ready and the colors popping. I am here for all of it. What's your name, baby?
My name is Amberly.
Amberly. Where you calling me from?
Cincinnati, Ohio.
Cincinnati, Ohio's in the building. How old are you?
I'm 38.
30. You look good. 38. What do you do for a living?
I am a supervisor at an airline.
Okay. At an airline. You have any kids?
I do. I have 2 kids, a 10-year-old son and a 17-year-old.
Oh, okay. Both by the same man?
No, 2 different.
Nice looking lady. My first thoughts, nice looking lady. Nice smile. Same kind of childish, don't she? Single mom or two baby daddies. Let's listen.
Okay. What's your zodiac sign?
Virgo.
Virgo. Have you ever been married?
No,
No.
unfortunately.
Say again?
I said unfortunately, no.
Unfortunately. Okay. So let's get into it. This is Amberly, Cincinnati. Oh, I'm trying to figure out my light. Okay. Amberly, Cincinnati, Ohio, 38, Virgo, supervisor at an airline. 2 kids. What kind of man you looking for, babe?
I'm looking for a genuine, smart man that's just knows what he wants in life. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking for a player. I'm not looking for a guy that wants to date multiple people. I want you to pursue me. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what I'm looking for right now.
Okay, you want a guy to pursue you. You want him to take the lead. So what's some deal breakers?
Deal breakers, dealing with your ex-girlfriend is a deal breaker. Not communicating with me every day or something like, hey, how you doing? Something to let me know you still there and wanting me. Liars, cheaters, just manipulators. I'm not with it.
She's
Like,
not with
don't
it.
come over
Okay.
here.
So does he have to look a certain way?
Something seemed off about her. She seemed like a grown up, like her mannerisms, and she seemed really childish, don't she? Fair use, family. Fair use.
I'm open. I like it all.
Okay,
I like
so
it all. Kendra.
is that open to races too?
Yes, I'm open to different races. You got to be fine. Just, I mean, if you're not attracted to somebody, I can't. If I'm not attracted to you, I can't. That's just me.
Okay.
So you got to be.
So I already see why she got 2 baby daddies, single mother of 2, and she on the Kendra G show, and she nice looking like that. Ain't nobody going for this. Ain't nobody going for this. She think because a man asleep with her, that she think because a man rock her, that mean he rock with her. All right, it's a difference, baby girl. It's a difference. She think because men come along and sleep with her and not about to put up with this, she think that's something mean there's something wrong with them.
You gotta be fine. Does he have to make a certain amount of money?
I would say probably like 85 and up.
85 and up. Okay.
Yes.
85 and up. 80.
She don't know. She on the welfare. It just sounded good. He just need to be cute. He just need to be fine. All right? He just need to be fine and willing to let her run this foolishness.
5. Wait. I'm
80?
repeating it.
38-year-old woman. He just need to be fine. She ain't got nothing going on. Nothing.
I'm repeating it, and then I have to understand what you said. What stage? Oh, 85K. Okay. For some reason, I'm looking at something. Girl, for some reason, when you said 85, I thought I asked you the age range.
Oh.
And I'm like, 85 and up. That's why I was like, 85. Okay.
No.
Money-wise, 85K.
Yes.
85K.
Yes.
85K. All right. So 85K and up. I'm assuming you make 85.
I do.
Okay. All right, let's take it to Cam. Let's see what this body looking like. Ooh, she was ratty. Okay.
No.
Okay.
I'm a petite little something. 38.
This woman going on 40 years old. 38 years old. This the way she act. This the way she represent herself. This what she think a man would want. That's what she thinks she should be bringing a man at 38 years old. She believes she should represent herself this way. She a nice looking woman. And if she had some sense, she wouldn't be on the Kendra G show.
Petite. I might look younger than I am, but I'm petite. You know what I'm saying? You know.
I was ready for the Kendra.
You know, we got the drinks going. Happy 4th, Kendra.
I know, happy 4th. I'm gonna be like you in a couple of hours.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm in LA, so y'all know everything starts. I'm behind.
I come to LA all the time.
Fellas, have you ever in your life seen so many women who can't get serious, who won't get serious, grown-ass middle-aged women who act like this? Children, we outgrow y'all. She stuck. And she think it's men's fault that she can't get past this. You gotta be one of those women that we grow into, not one of those women that we grow out of, because you stuck. We outgrew you. You're just gonna be a stopper man making. Trust me.
Okay. So when was your last relationship, Amberly?
You know what? This is embarrassing. I don't think I've ever been in a relationship. I don't really date much because I'm not with the games. I'm not with the, I can't handle my business. I got my own home. I'm not
38 years old, got 2 kids, and ain't never really been in a relationship. She can't get serious. Can't get serious. But she thinks somebody should take her serious. Women told her somebody should still take her serious, even though she not serious about nothing. She a 38-year-old child. Listen to this woman.
with any games out here. So if I can see that. If somebody
But you
comes
have two
to me with
kids.
games, I do have, but my kids are 17 and 10. That
Terrible. They was raised by a child.
was 10 years ago. That's
Yeah,
a
but you
long
said you've
time.
never been in a relationship. Was your relationship with your dads?
I don't really remember them, to be honest with them. Like, and I'm saying that because it's been so long ago.
She thinks she just bossed up saying something crazy, stupid, ignorant like that. You represent yourself this way, girl, you need to watch this. But for some reason, I think you will watch this and think you done good.
We're not, that's in the past.
It's not part of their life.
My daughter's dad is part of her life. My son's is not, has never been. So that's long
Well, you may
gone. We
not
don't think about
remember,
that.
but I guess to ask this question directly, when you were pregnant, were you guys?
Yo, this all y'all got. Yo, y'all keep sending me this stuff. Bro, they gotta get better than this. Bro, I'm gonna go to that show myself because it gotta be something. Ain't no way she keep giving us this.
In relationships with those two individuals?
Let me think back. I don't know. We were, maybe with my daughter's father, we were like talking, but I was really young, Kendra. I mean, I was young. So I don't really go back to them.
So you're 38 years old.
Yes.
Why do you think you've never had a committed relationship?
Because I don't play games. At this point in my life and coming up to them, I notice them. I don't play games at all. It's if you dealing with somebody else.
You don't play games. Now let me ask you this question. Do you have sex?
Yes.
So you don't play games, but you'll have sex with a person that plays games.
And then I'll leave them. Yeah.
Is she for real? Is she for real? He up. You had sex with him and then you leave. He up. You think he care after that? Maybe you talked yourself into believing you just won. I tell you, see, when you can't lose, you can't win. She one of them chicks. She can't lose, so she can't win. Natural born loser.
Yeah.
Sad to have to say that. Nice looking woman, just wasted it. Terrible, bro.
Yes.
Because the thing with that is, I mean, the guy's having, to me, this sounds like the best thing for a man. Because he gets to have sex with you still, and doesn't have to have a relationship. But you understand
I give him a limit. I give him a limit. Yes, Kendra.
Let me ask you a question.
I give him a limit. If I see it's not progressing and you just, it's a test. You guys gotta learn that it's a test. If I see that you're just using me for this.
Let me ask you a question.
She not that smart. Okay, look. She coming out them cheeks broke both drawer legs. All right, look. She not that smart. Oh man, they loving her in Ohio. They yeah, they ripping through that. She not that smart.
Yes.
Do you desire a relationship or do you not desire? Okay, so being that so listen. So being that you desire a relationship, you're not playing them, they're playing you. Because they get to still have, you gonna let me finish? Because you don't.
Yes, ma'am.
What I'm trying to desire, first of all, is not.
She not listening to none of this. She 38 years old. You can't tell her nothing. She too old to grow up. This what it is. All right, she gonna be spinning in infinity.
Nothing wrong with it, right? So there's some people who don't want to be in a relationship. So go about your merry old way. But what you told me is you want to be in a relationship, but you don't tolerate games, but you still let these men sleep with you without being in a relationship. So,
hey everybody, and we back swinging with Still Swinging, and I'm your host Thomas. And today, family, we got Kendra G back up. All right, look, Nice young lady. Seemed like she came looking for a man. All right, she on the same planet with us. Let's see if we can help her find one, fellas.
Hi,
Hi.
you got your makeup done.
I do.
You look so cute. What's your name, baby?
Emoria.
Emoria, where you calling us from?
Right now I'm in North Carolina, but I stay in the Dallas-Fort Worth area in Texas.
Where do you, so you live in Dallas?
Yes.
Okay, how old are you?
34.
34. What you do for a living?
I'm a makeup artist, and I also am a beauty influencer.
All right. You have any kids?
I got 3.
3 kids. How old are your kids? How old are your kids?
14, 8, and 2.
Same dad?
No.
How many dads?
2.
2. Why are you not with the 2-year-old dad?
What happened?
Why are you not with the guy you had a baby with 2 years ago?
Honestly,
First thoughts on her, fellas. Not a bad looking woman. 3 kids, 2 baby daddies, 34 years old. You know that's too much for me. So, you know what I'm saying? I personally, I'm out on this one. I can't do that. But let's see what she's talking about.
you grow apart from people, and I honestly think that that's where we were. We grew apart from each other, and I mean it's fine, it's okay. He was, and also sometimes we be toxic to each other, and we don't know how to let go. So I think that's another problem as well.
So you were both toxic.
I've played my part. I'm not at all innocent.
Okay. Now the 2-year-old, is that the only child you have with him, or you have 2 kids together?
We have 2 together.
Oh, so the 2 and the 8-year-old?
Yes.
Okay. Have you ever been married?
Yes.
Okay. To that man?
Mm-mm.
The first child's father?
Mm-mm.
Oh, so what else?
What you mean, what else?
No, I said someone else.
Oh, yes, someone else, yes. I can't hardly hear you for some reason. I'm sorry.
Oh, am I low? I hope not. Oh, God. I'm sorry if I am. I'm using my mic, but it could be. I probably had it the wrong way this whole time. Can you hear me better?
Yes.
Oh, shoot. Now you guys tell me. I had the mic the opposite way. I got to check out the audio later. All right. So, okay. So when were you married?
2011.
And when did you get divorced?
2014.
Okay. So, all right. And that was a different man, not your children's father.
Right.
Okay. This is Emoria. Am I saying it right?
Emoria.
Emoria lives in Dallas, 34, makeup artist. When's your birthday or zodiac sign?
I'm a Sagittarius, December the 1st.
All right. Let's do it, Emoria. What kind of man are you looking for? Why you do that long sigh?
Because I've dated, and the dating pool today it's hard.
Said the dating pool?
Yeah, like dating is hard. And I honestly,
Baby girl, you 35, 34, with 3 kids out here trying to date. You're not going to like men. I'm telling you. You're not going to like men. They're not going to go through a lot to try to impress you. But y'all refuse to let y'all life teach y'all anything. Y'all think because y'all don't like it, that should change it. That ain't going to change it.
I feel like I've wasted a lot of time. I want someone that's consistent, someone that is not a smoker. I can't deal with the smoking. Someone that wants to be.
Let's get the elephant out of the room for you real quick, baby girl, because I ain't detecting maliciousness from you. See, them prior ladies, I was detecting maliciousness from. I ain't detecting that kind of maliciousness from. You got a situation that's not ideal for most men. They know you don't want to hear this, so they not going to tell you this. They just gonna get in them cheeks for as long as they can until you really get the picture. That listen, he don't want nothing else. This situation you got going on is not ideal for most men. And a man rocking you is not the same as a man rocking with you. You're gonna have to get a man who rocking with you. And I'm telling you right now, you're not gonna be physically attracted to him. He's not gonna be a handsome Adonis who can have any man, woman he want. Come and choose this. Okay, he gonna be a man. You the best he can do. That's who you need to be looking for.
Build. I'm not trying to bring nothing to his table, and I don't want him to bring nothing to my table. Maybe we can get a whole new table. And
what do you mean you're not bringing nothing to the table?
Like, you know how people be like, what you got to bring to the table? And I just feel like I'm not bringing anything from my life to your life.
You're
and I don't
bringing
want
three
you to bring
kids to the
anything
table.
from. Say what?
You're bringing 3 kids to the table.
Yeah, but it's kind of hard to explain what I mean when I say that. I'm gonna be honest. I am horrible at explaining things. It may not be the perfect way.
No, let me explain it the way you trying to explain it. See, your kid's not baggage. You ain't talking about your baggage. You talking about his. You don't want to talk about your baggage because your baggage not really baggage. Yeah, they baggage. They baggage like a mother effer. They baggage like a mother effer. And for real, stop. Y'all got to stop this. We don't want this. We don't want to pay for other men kids. We don't want to pay for fun other men been having. All right? We ain't trying to hear that. We don't care that y'all don't like it. We men, ladies. We don't like paying for stuff we don't want. And we don't want some other man kids that had to be responsible for. That had to be committed to taking care of. They not cute to us. They bills. They commitments that I gotta make with money that I gotta work for. And you think I'm gonna come do this for 3 dudes' kids? You tripping. You tripping. These women told you men shouldn't have a problem with this if he a real man. You get the hell out of here.
To say things, but what I mean about that is like, I'm not looking for anybody that has any baggage. I've gotten rid of my baggage and things that I've had to deal with personally for myself. So I don't want anybody bringing any baggage in the relationship. Like, yeah, I'm not perfect and I'm not looking for anybody perfect.
Let me say this. Now, I would never consider kids baggage. Let me jump that off. I kind of speak from when I have middle.
I'm a man. They baggage. Let me speak for the men. They baggage. They the baggage we don't want. They the worst baggage we don't want. All these damn kids that don't belong to me. You crazy? You not bringing me this?
On the show and certain things that they say. A man can say that you're bringing 3 children to the table, which they could consider baggage because they're 3 kids not by them. Can you understand that?
I'm gonna say, when I say baggage, I mean like you got a lot of people that have not yet dealt with childhood trauma. You have a lot of people that have not yet.
You see what I mean? She don't want to talk about that. She want to talk about the kind of baggage she talking about. Her kid's not baggage. She don't want to talk about that. She talking about the baggage you got, not the baggage she got. See, she don't want to talk about the baggage she got. She just want to talk about the baggage you got. Because the baggage she got shouldn't matter. Remember this. This is a common thing with them. The baggage she got shouldn't matter. Just the baggage you got. Yeah, right. The baggage you got gonna matter, whether you want it to or not. And they baggage. Always been and always gonna be.
Yet they don't know who they really are.
When they not mine.
That's what I mean about baggage. Like, you holding on to a lot of things. You want to say that somebody is like somebody. I've been in relationships and I haven't had the perfect look.
Look how Kendra looking at her like, girl, them damn kids is baggage. What you talking about?
I'm gonna be completely honest with you.
What do you mean the perfect look?
The perfect look. Like,
Look.
I haven't had the perfect look. Like, I'm not looking for anybody perfect, but I would like for someone that is for me. I would like someone that is God-fearing, because honestly, when I go look for things on my own, when I go searching for things, I don't come out with what I think I may do.
They always start this God fearing and man, come on, man. How about start with somebody you could get along with? Start with somebody who okay with your situation. Listen, hey, look, you can't be choosy about. You can't be choosy about nothing like that. Can you get to be the center of his world? How can you make it to be in the center of his world? It ain't like this. It ain't like this, baby girl.
Deserve. Oftentimes, I have settled because I don't want to be alone, and like many of us have. We don't want to be single, so we go settle for things, or we stay in relationships with people. And I'm just,
what are some of the things you settled for?
Right. You don't want to be single. You didn't settle. This was the best you could do. It was either this or nothing. All right. It's not like you had better opportunities and you chose the lowest one. That's settling. Not when it's the best opportunity available, so you took it. And then later on, you just told yourself you settled when you know you didn't have a better option available. If you did, you would have took it.
being in a relationship for multiple years and not really wanting to be in a relationship, but I didn't want to be by myself, so I settled to be with somebody.
Fair use, family. Fair use.
Rather than to be alone.
So what was you dealing with? You say you didn't want to settle. So what were the things you were dealing with?
The lying, the cheating. I hate to call people narcissists, but the narcissistic behavior. Being with somebody that never see any fault.
Listen, baby girl. Women said the word, and now y'all all say it, even when y'all don't know how to say it. So if he narcissist, look, you wouldn't even know what that was. So why are you repeating it?
In anything that they do, and it's always pointing the finger at you. And I stayed in that relationship.
Okay. All right. So deal breakers are those things, correct?
How much you want to bet she talking about herself? Self-awareness through the floor. Okay? You can't tell her nothing. You ain't about to tell her nothing. But I'm about to try. Baby girl, you could get yourself a man. But you need to be reasonable. You need to come out here with a better plan. Because the one you got not going to work for you. You're going to end up with another baby daddy. All right? You're not a bad looking woman. You can catch yourself something. But he ain't gonna be no Adonis that can have any man, any woman he want and come and choose this situation. You're gonna need to be thankful for a man who okay with this situation and willing to do the best he can. That's what you're gonna have to be okay with. You're gonna have to get real, baby girl. I don't think you malicious. I really just think you don't know. Women just told you you could bring men this. You can't, baby.
Yes.
All right. So let's move forward. What's the age range you want to date now?
Maybe 37 to 47. I like older men.
37 to 47. Could he have kids?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want more kids?
No.
So you don't want more kids?
No.
All right. So 37 to 47. Mm-hmm. So is it fair? Okay. So all your kids, they're under the age.
Baby girl, you got the right idea with your age range. All right. But you're going to have to be open to the way he look. You are. You're going to have to be open. He going to have to be open to a lot of things about you. Trust me, you're not as wonderful as you think you are.
So they'll be living with you in the household, correct?
Yes.
Do you want a dynamic of marriage?
Yeah.
So this is something I've heard. So I want you to respond to this. What would you say to the guy that is cautious? That okay, you come with 3 children and you don't want to have any more kids. Why should I sign up for that? What would be your response?
I can have kids. Honestly, I feel like 3 is enough.
Baby girl, it don't matter what you feel like if the guy willing to take that situation. If he want another kid, you're going to have to give him another kid. You're going to have to put this stuff right here away. You're going to run stuff and you're going to talk about how it's going to go and you bringing some other dudes 3 kids with you. No, if you want another kid, you're going to give him a kid. And this kind of guy who you're going to get, going to need a kid. Trust me, because the only way he going to get one is if you give him one.
Enough for me.
Right.
Now, the reason why I did not tie my tubes is I kind of thought beyond me. And I kind of thought that, okay, maybe I get married. My husband may whomever.
I told you she wasn't malicious. At least she's smart enough to not done nothing like that. Knowing that for the situation that she got, she gonna have to give a man something. He ain't taking all of that for nothing, and he can't have nothing.
Decide to marry, may not have any kids. He may have one child, may want another. I am open.
No, that dude probably ain't gonna have no children. And the only way he gonna get some children if you give him one. That's the man you want. He'll go through hell and high water for you.
But do I want any more? Is that something that I'm just eager to have? No.
So you prefer a guy that already has kids, basically?
Yes.
Okay. Now you said you do want to get married, right?
Yes.
What's the relationship with the child's fathers? Is everything good with that?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you get married, is another question I've heard. Will the guy that you marry be able to discipline your children?
Yes.
Okay.
To a certain extent, not discipline. And it kind of get a little sticky right there because you have some people that want.
That's another problem men gonna always have. He can't take care of them to a certain extent. He gotta take care of them to the fullest. You see why we don't want this shit? You see why we don't want this? Because mine, I can discipline them the way I see fit. I ain't gotta listen to none of that shit. He ain't mine, I gotta listen to that. No, we don't want this. Ladies, if you're listening and you're younger and you didn't do this yet, when you get here, we don't want this. Don't act like you ain't know. We don't want this shit.
They want to discipline, but then they also want to overstep their boundaries when it comes to other people's kids. Like, so that's a little sticky situation, but yes, in a sense, yes.
Okay. All right. This is Emoria, right?
Yes.
Okay, everybody. We back to swinging. We're still swinging. And I'm your host, Thomas. And right now, family, we got my girl Kendra G back up. All right. Look, y'all know how this go, family. I ain't get through much of it. Nice looking young lady. She here looking for love. Let's see if we can help her find it, fellas.